How's it going, team? So today I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of our 2022 Mallee Loop. So that's about a 600-kilometer loop around Big Desert. Now we did it about 2 years ago, just Chris and Thomas and I. That was, I think, all of us, 3 WR 250Rs. We did it off the bikes. And I'll link that down in the description somewhere, that video series. And I'll also link the map itself. It's an actual Parks Victoria loop that's out there. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about all the shit that's already gone down. That's engine rebuilds and other things, as well as our plan. And then I'm going to quickly take you through my bike and how I've set it up for this time around. So first off, let's start with what this trip's all about. So unlike last time, it was just 3 bikes, all the gear on our bikes. This time we have 2 4-wheel drives following us. So I'm not really used to supported rides, so I'm pretty interested to see how it goes. It should be quite nice riding without all the gear on the bikes. So there's going to be a 690, 2 501s, and Chris is coming again on his WR 250R. So a good mixture of bikes there. We're gonna first meet in Albuquerque, so I'll put the map up on the screen now. So we're gonna meet in Albuquerque. We'll do a little bit around there. Then the 4-wheel drives will arrive, and then we'll try and camp in Snowdrift. So that'll be the Thursday night. Then we'll make our way up to Rocket Lake for the Friday night, and then we'll come across west and then south back down to Billy Boar for the Saturday night. And then we'll have to get up pretty early and rush basically to get back through Milmer Track, which is 60k of deep sand, back to Albuquerque to get the cars and head back home. So that's the idea. And yeah, so it's going to be nice. We're going to be able to have heaps of food in the fridges and the 4-wheel drives. We're not going to have to worry about fuel. They'll carry everything. The only thing we're going to have to try and manage is the fact that the 4-wheel drives will take a lot longer to do the distances we do. So it's going to have to be a bit of a compromise between us doing shorter days on the bikes and in terms of distance, so that we can camp each night in the same spot. So that's it for the loop. Next, what has gone wrong already? So I think I wrote in the titles there, rebuilds. So on Saturday morning, I think, or Sunday morning, we went down to Torquay, Alex, Andy and I, to have a bit of a chat about the trip. And Chris calls and he says, "Oh, you know how last time when we were near Rainbow and we were in the sand, I was complaining about head wobble." Well, he checked his bearings and his headstand bearings were absolutely fucked. And it was a Saturday or Sunday, so luckily somehow one of the Peter Stevens or the bike shops had the bearings, and he was able to rectify that over the weekend. But then come Sunday night, Andy sends us a video and a few pictures of his oil change, and there was metal everywhere. So I'll send you put the photo somewhere up here so you can see how bad it was. Somehow again, it just happened that there's this guy in Altona who was willing to basically strip down his whole engine and rebuild it completely before the Wednesday. So he had 4 days basically to find someone to fix it, and he did, so amazingly. So we'll have the other FE501 on the trip. I won't say how much that cost, but I think Andy's pretty happy now that he'll have no worries on the whole trip, and for hopefully a few more years into the future with that whole engine rebuild. Okay, so with that, what we're doing on the trip and the issues we've already had, let me take you over the 501 and how I've set it up for this desert ride. So I haven't put the desert seat on. I have the desert seat, which is about 1 inch thicker in foam and quite a lot thinner. I've left this on because the Mallee Loop, although it's in Big Desert, sand to dirt road to tarmac, I guess it's about, I'd say 25% deep sand, maybe another 50% dirt roads, and then the other 25% is probably just like tarmac or unsealed roads. So it's not constant sand and sand dunes and stuff like that. So I've gone with the seats concept just to give me a little bit more comfort. On the rear, I've strapped down my spares. So in this I have a front tube, my tyre, pump, cable ties, cables, syringes, tubes, just that kind of normal shit there. And then in my tank bag, I've got my fuel sock just in case, all my cables for charging, a tow strap, and then I've got my actual tool kit. So this is all the actual spanners and things, everything to service and sort this bike out. I'll then also be using my Krieger R25 bag, so that'll have everything else like my seat and food, things so that when we stop and the cars aren't there, we can at least relax a bit and probably have a drink as well. So that's really it for everything I'm carrying, because we are relying on those bikes to carry all our other kit. Now, I've put on my navigation screen. It's an Adventure Spec one that it's all plastic with a metal backing here, attaches straight to the handlebars. So I've got my Samsung tablet. I'm running Gaia as my mapping system. It's really nice. You can use it on the internet and map between points, and it'll lay the track perfectly. On Hammer, you know, you have to go dot, 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 but Gaia is really nice. It just sort of attaches to the map already and creates routes. Super easy to do that. I've also got my InReach Mini here attached to the side, pretty firmly, sort of ish, kind of firm. So that's going to be down there. Then I've got my first aid kit just strapped to the front of the bike. So last time we were in Mallee, was actually the first time I've ever had to use a first aid kit. Again, the link to that series is down at the bottom. Tom had smashed his foot somehow and he had to go home early via the hospital. So I'm taking that again just in case. But other than that, nothing else. I've done the oil change, I've cleaned the screens, the oil filter, radiator, coolant is all done, chain's fine. So I think she's good to go. But that's it, guys. So hopefully, what is it? So a week from now, I'll be probably putting the video together. So maybe in a month's time or something like that, I'll have the first episode out and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, other than that, running D606 on the rear and a mid-hard Pirelli Scorpion XC on the front. They should go pretty well. I'll probably run about 18 PSI. It's a good sort of mixture between the hard pack and the sand. And of course I've got my steering dampener. That always helps in the sand. But yeah, that's it. Super light. Trying to keep it super light. And yeah, so tune in about a month's time, and hopefully we'll have some good footage of this this awesome trip now that the weather's getting better. Obviously you can see in Victoria, I have my hat on. We haven't had much sun for the last 6 months, but today is a great day. So hopefully summer's just around the corner. Alright guys, I'll chat to you later.